Hello, everybody. It's Queen Jamila. So I am back and I wanted to open up a ritual on the website that is for protection only. And I've been meaning to do this for quite some time. Now, just to let you guys know, my cleanses and all of my work involves protection, obviously. Um, I protect my clients on a daily basis, in particular, when it comes to certain people that are from certain bloodlines and certain people that are trying to break strongholds on their lives. Um, and so I do have a protection only ritual that is now available. Just give me a second and I will go ahead and share screen with you guys. Um, what I've noticed is that there's a lot of people that initially they need some kind of protection. And part of the reason is because there are a lot of people that don't actually have spiritual protection. Okay. And this is going to be protection from psychic attacks, protection from, um, you know, depends on what's going on with you. If you have a manifestation of a hex that is happening, you could potentially lose everything. And this is something that you don't have to go through because the way that things are kind of set up, especially the system that we're under, um, on this earth. And, I've been wanting to come and talk about this in particular with my court cases. This is the reason why my court cases work for my clients. And the reason why is because there's certain people that have been sold out. You've been sold out. And there's a system that wants to make you their slave. And we all know that there are deities, and then there's also demons, and there's also religions that want to make you either their sacrifice or their slave. This is the reason why there's people that will, have certain family members that ain't no good. And sometimes you just need quick protection during that. And just to let you guys know, it's not that I just say, a prayer. I don't just say a prayer. It's actually very powerful protection. Um, it would depend on what your spirits want done for you, because I go by what your spirits appoint to you as far as what that protection is. But a lot of times people need like a firewall of protection. So we mainly use fire. And the one thing that you need protection from is negative emotions, is the one thing that you need protection from, because there's a lot of people that have a lot of negative emotions that they will throw at you. And those particular emotions can really, really, really mess with empaths. Okay. Now, people like to take advantage of empathic people. It's their favorite thing to do. They love, love, love to take advantage of very empathic people, because a lot of people don't want to deal with their own stuff. They don't, they just can't deal with it. And if they do deal with it, you can tell when they do come around to dealing with their own stuff, they do it in a way that completely and totally does harm to them and not their opponent. So this protection is going to be for if you have spiritual enemies, which a lot of us do. A lot of us have spiritual enemies. And a lot of the times when you're looking at a spiritual enemy, a lot of them have no real power. That's the one thing that I've noticed, baby. That's the one thing that I've noticed about your enemies is that they don't have real power except for over what you've done. And they get a lot of help. They get a lot of help from the dark areas of the spirit realm because it's like I told you, there's two types of people in this world. These are going to be your lovers and your enemies. Some people that are considered to be your enemies, they're trying to sell you into a system of slavery, a very, very outdated system that's on its way out. But a lot of these people, that's all they know. That's all they know is the system of slavery. And that has nothing to do with just black people. That's all people. But it's mainly targeted at black people because they are it's very easy to target, or they think that it's very easy to target a black person because of the the amount of black people that are willing to sell you out to that system. Okay. So also, guys, I want to talk to you guys about court cases, and I will elaborate on this for you guys a little bit later because I've been a little bit hesitant to talk about this, but I've actually talked about this several times before about how our judicial system is not set up to protect us. It's set up to harm us. It's set up to make money off of us, which was a huge mistake. And at this moment was when our judicial system became corrupted because our judicial system is supposed to be about justice. Our judicial system is supposed to be about protecting women, children, and men. And it's not about that. It's about selling your energy. So when I do spiritual work for people as well as court cases, my court cases do work because the real people, the real deities that are up there that are looking down upon us, they'll give you an out because the system is not fair. It's not fair. And I've noticed that. I've talked to so many people that were targeted individuals by that system that will put certain entities and energies out there because, like I told you, witchcraft is in every facet of our lives, including the judicial system. So when they can get you wrapped up in court, when they can get you wrapped up in BS, everybody within that system is getting paid, including the public defender. But that money is not going to your spirits. See, when you come and you pay for authentic work, you're paying and you're making offerings to your spirit and you're sacrificing something. The money is the sacrifice that you make for the work that you get done. Some people do owe a spiritual debt. They do, because maybe in a previous life you took advantage of that system and the spirits didn't like it because you were not being true. You were not being real. Okay. So a lot of people, when I talk about past life transgressions, a lot of the times what you did in your past life, it really weighs heavily on what you're experiencing in this life. However, let's talk about the judicial system real quick. I'm very disappointed, is what I will tell you, because that is supposed to be meant to protect. So a lot of us don't have that protection like we thought we did. And we still pay our money into it. We pay taxes to not be protected and to only be sponged for money. Now, there's some people that are within that system, they probably do owe a debt. If you are lucky enough and if you are blessed enough by your spirits to be able to come and pay for authentic work, then that means that your spirits are saying, hey, look, you were targeted unfairly by any system, not just the judicial system, but there are some witches out there that are actually targeting people. instead of freeing them of something that is extremely repugnant and outdated. So I'll come and talk about that later because I got to get prepared for reading. But it really, when I did a reading for somebody a few days ago, I got really upset because not only could I see that the system, when they get you, they want to keep you in that system. And this can be in any system of codependency or any system that has anything to do with your power being stolen or your power being misused. And it's so sad because during inflation and everything that we have went through, all of the crimes and everything has increased, which means that that system ain't protecting nobody. And that's what irritates me to no end because it's not right. Okay. And over here in Georgia, there are people that are being taken down because of their treachery and them either stealing or doing all kinds of things. So this is the whole thing. You don't have to fear. See, the problem is fear. And fear has been programmed in a lot of people. And this is something that I don't get down with because when my people come to me, I assure them that they have nothing to fear. However, the work has got to be done. I can't get into the details of that case because it's confidential, but it really bothered me. It really bothered me. The fact that we have a system that puts the back to your wall. They put your back to the wall. And this is what all this gang stalking is about. Because what they were doing previously did not work. So then what they do is they target certain individuals to get them in a certain mind frame to do stupid stuff so that they can benefit off of you. And this is something that our spirits and the people that actually are helping us, they don't agree with it. They don't. They don't agree with you purposely doing harm to people so that they can react, so that you can produce more slaves. They don't agree with that. What they do agree with is the fact that you have the right to control your own mind. That is what they agree with. And it's a system that has been set up, and there's so many people that are down with that system. And it breaks my heart, to say the least. The fact that people will benefit off of something that is so negative and not have any conscience about it and not care and look at people like they're just literally some sort of blood and bone right. It bothers me to my core to know that we have things set up like this. And I want to tell y'all something. A lot of y'all only focus on people that are of fair skin, but it's everybody doing it. It's so many people that are down with that establishment, and that establishment must be destroyed because it creates problems. It creates problems in people's lives and then their minds, and then they can benefit monetarily off of it. So a lot of y'all don't necessarily have the money or the funding. A lot of y'all don't have the funding right away, but a lot of y'all need protection because a lot of people don't have protection from that. And this has created a lot of devastation in people's lives. So let me share screen. I'm going to share screen with you guys. I will also link it in the chat. Okay, this is the protection ritual. I just put it up on the website. There's actually not a consultation is not required for that. I trust my spirits. Okay, there's nobody that can come to me and do any harm to me or my business. So I trust my spirits. So you guys can actually go and get protection. In particular, if you're under psychic attack, you'll notice that the psychic attacks will stop. Okay. If you guys have any questions, the link to my website is below about this. And I'm going to come back and I am going to get into great detail about what we are actually dealing with and why so many people have lost their lives and their freedom because of this. And it is so sad. And it is so sad to see so many people that instead of doing the work, they want to take advantage of people. Okay. So I will see you guys later. Love and light and peace be to all of y'all, because it's going to get bloody over the summer. It's going to get bloody as they go out and as that system gets torn down and revamped and done over. And it's nothing that they can do about it, because at this point we're dealing with spirit, and spirit is tired of it because it's getting worse and worse. Okay. It's getting worse and worse as the days go on, and people like me that fight against it, they're constantly trying to discredit the honest people, constantly, because they want to keep this system going. This systematic slavery that affects all of us. And I'm never going to be down with it. Never. So I'll see y'all later. Love and light.